So welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. We are diving on the other side of the thingy-majiggy today. We're looking at goals, that's right, because there's a pre-alpha release. It's called the Arena. It's like FIFA-esque, and we're going to go over it. We actually do have a video showing some gameplay, which I didn't know they had this out, so we're going to have a look at it. By the way, this is the last time you will see this bird's nest on my head. I'm going to mix up my hair, so I want to try a different style. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, before we get into it, be sure to subscribe if you do enjoy today's video. A thumbs up would be appreciated. I never asked for this before videos. Maybe it will help. So yeah, please do give it a like if you enjoyed today's video. It does help the algorithm and it does help me channel. So let's get into this. So, goals, pre-alpha release, the Arena. What is it all about, folks? Well, this is pretty much it. And as I said, we're going to have a look at some gameplay in a minute. It's in development, of course. So once again, it's like GTA 6 that got leaked. Don't get carried away saying it looks pants. Yes, because it's in development. That's what development is. It's about developing the game, working out the kinks. So anyway, let's quickly go over this very, very quickly. I know Spoonie put a video out as well, so if you've seen that, then you've probably already had a bit of a rundown. But I'll just summarize it. So the pre-alpha release will feature a playable environment that we call the Arena. I mean, they could have probably named it better because we've already had the Arena with FIFA, but I mean, I guess it is an arena. It's a downsized football pitch with a closed roof and LED floor, giving an early idea of our ambition to develop innovative environments and stadiums. It was initially built to give us a testing ground for core game mechanics like movement, dribbling, and shooting. These mechanics will all be available in the pre-alpha release, and you can easily leave feedback directly from an in-game feedback widget if you want. That's smart, actually. Feedback is one of my biggest gripes because I hate giving it. But if it was actually in the game and then you simply clicked a few buttons and left some feedback, that would be really nice. Early versions of our user interface and in-game UI, in-game HUD are also part of the release and are open for feedback. So when you enter the Arena, you'll be able to play free roam. Or you'll be able to free roam the environment and try out all the different mechanics without any stress. However, if you feel more competitive, there is a mini game that can be activated by standing on a specific tile. In this mini game, the objective is to get as many points as possible in 2 minutes by simply scoring goals. Every time a shot is taken, a ball cannon launches a new ball onto the pitch a few seconds later. To maximize the number of points for each shot, you must try to hit the corners of the goal from a long distance. Once the timer runs out, you get a final score. The minigame can be played as many times as you wish, and the top 100 users with the highest score will be featured on a leaderboard. So there we go. So you can be part of the development, but right now they're limiting this to a fairly small group of people, ranging from friends and family to our most loyal partners and community members. Look, folks, I'm available. If you want to give me access to this, I'll give it a bash, folks. So yeah, if you see this video, goals, I am available and I will play it and I'll test it out. And I'll let everyone know how it is. Anyway, there we have it. So before we get into this video right here, I know that's what you're waiting for. You could head over to Twitter, of course, and you can read up all about it as well. That was just them sort of announcing it. And then we had the video here as well. Get a glimpse of gameplay, explore goals first, playable environment, and listen to our pre-alpha journey. So let's get into this. Then there is a little bit of feedback that someone left. Spoonie spoke about this as well, but we'll talk about that afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and run this video and kind of fast forward it through to the points that we want to see. We got this bird right here, Wehehe, who is giving out the information to the CEO guy right here, Franz Perez. Is that him? No, he's a lead game designer. So here it is. Here's the footage. Here is the footage. I'll move myself out the way. Now, someone said when they were playing this, it felt kind of like PES 6, PES 5, right? Now, that's a bold statement to make, but if you go back and play PES 5 and PES 6, you know, it's a fast game. It's not a sim in any stretch, right? Back then, PES was more of an arcade experience, but it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable, and ultimately now that's what I want. Just give me an enjoyable football game. I'm not even bothered about sim because I've gone on and on and on about it for the longest time. It's not an easy thing to develop. So yeah, just give me an enjoyable experience with things to do, game modes to play, and all that fun stuff. So let's actually go over some of this gameplay here real quickly. You can see that the mechanics, of course, need a lot of work. One thing I will say, there's a clip around the minute 25 mark where the net physics do look really well done. I think it's this shot here. Have a look at it. So you can kind of see the net ripples. And if we even slow this down, because you know what, it's in development. eFootball has some of the worst net physics ever. It's crap. So you know what, I'm going to praise you if you put in some work and you do improve the net physics. So watch as the ball pummels off that one. So yeah, the dribbling, as you can see, you know, needs some work and all that, but just watch the net there. That looks very, very nice. Like they've done some work on that. So the bender, and then you can see it looks good. The ripple effect, it looks really nice. Credit to them. Actually might be better to watch this on slow-mo because you do get a better feel for like the actual dribbling itself. And obviously there's a lot of mechanics that need to be worked on. And then they went forward to this guy, Andreas Skoglund, who's the executive producer. And yeah, he was talking about, well, they were showing a few little things right here. The goals laboratory. Now, the interesting thing about this game, folks, I'll show the gameplay again in a second. We'll keep looking at it. Is, you know, this game has different kind of AI. All the players are meant to feel very unique to each other. They've all got their own personal DNA with different stats and all that, which is what I'm kind of interested to look at. Here is a look at the controls. Now, this is using it on a mouse, but you can see you've got move, sprint, which is normal. Shooting is B on a controller. Okay, there's two functions. Then you've got so you've got curve shot, that's normal. You've got low shot, so there is a button specifically for a low shot. There's a low curved shot. There's an unlock from ball. That's interesting. And then there's obviously change camera, which changes the camera. So yeah, unlock from ball. I don't know if that kind of means the player and the ball are own separate entity and they kind of free themselves up while you line up a shot. I don't know how exactly that works, but interesting that they've got their own low curved shot as a separate button as well. And there is a look at some of the players. Oh, let's go back and have a look at that. So there's the player models. That's a lady. She's 91. She's 28. She's from Netherlands. And there we go. And there's the stats. Don't really know what any of these mean right now, but we'll get to learn that in the future. But yeah, that just gives you an idea of kind of how the player models are going to work. And then after this, there really isn't much else to talk about. They were just talking about this guy. I'll leave the link for this in the description if you want to check it out with the actual audio. But, you know, this is what we're looking at. So what do you guys think of it? It is pre-alpha. Let's not even worry about the way they dribble, the way they shoot. Oh, like I said, the net physics actually look really, really nice for what they've done already. But it's nice that they're doing this, isn't it? A pre-alpha. We never even had this from Konami. You know what I mean? I mean, I know eFootball's not, I mean, it's a brand new game. It's not brand new developer. But still, like, you know, having pre-alphas and betas, they do help the cause because we get to see what they're doing. There's a lot more transparency about it, and, you know, we can let them know, well, what's good, what isn't. Does this feel right? Does the ball feel too light? Is it got to be heavier? You know, is the dribbling a little bit off? How does the players feel? Do they feel heavy? Do they feel light? I mean, these are all different kind of things that we need to give feedback for them to tweak it and enhance it. But yeah, it does look, you can kind of, I understand where this guy's kind of saying the PES 5, PES 6 feel, because when they're dribbling here, I mean, it's like in turbo mode, to be honest. It does need to be probably slowed down a wee bit. But this game isn't trying to be a sim. I think this is definitely more of an arcade experience than we're ever really going to get with anything else. But as long as it's fun, pick up and play will work. It's got some online. It's got game modes. You know, maybe we'll have some fun about it. So there was the video. And finally, let's just go over this. This was some early feedback from this guy who said, all right, firstly, compared to my expectations, it's tough to say. because I wasn't sure what to expect, right? But considering, as you know, it's an arena, it's really good fun for what it is. There's obviously some issues, but that's to be expected. But that's the point of providing feedback, exactly. He said, it's great. I've been playing it for 5 hours straight. That seems a lot to play an arena. I want to keep going. With FIFA, I'd feel tired after 2 games. If I was to compare this to any football game in its current state, if you look back to PS5, 6, and the way that was, but on a smaller scale, I put that in that bracket, which is bloody good, considering I think those are the best football games I've ever played, for their time, of course. Because of course, today's football games are more polished, but they're only a year in. Can't wait to play more. So there it is. There's the feedback. I think it's a little bit premature to compare this, honestly, to PES 5 and 6. You're not even playing a match, really, are you? You're just playing an arena with a mini-game. So I don't really see how you can compare that. Maybe he's talking about, obviously, the physics and the way the game plays out with the players. I don't know. I just think, yeah, that's getting a little bit carried away, because don't overhype things at this point. Just, yeah, give your feedback. That's great. But, you know, he's played it. I haven't. So maybe it does feel like that. But as I said, goals, hit me up. Let me have a bash. I'll give you my feedback, no problem, free of charge. But anyway, folks, there we have it. That is the news for today. A bit of gameplay for you. Let me know what you guys make of this footage right here. At least we're getting something. And honestly, goals is further ahead than I thought they were. I thought this game wasn't even in development. I thought they're just talking a lot. But no, they are actually pushing ahead with it, which is nice to see. Nice to see. But anyway, we'll be back shortly. Remember, next week, folks, FIFA does drop. I will be putting out a bunch of matches. I'm hoping to put out, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, I think the game comes out Tuesday. But definitely Wednesday, like 3 or 4 matches each. Man United, Man City, maybe Real Madrid, Barcelona. Just to show you guys the gameplay, give my thoughts. It's going to be a big week next week, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, let me know your thoughts. Sorry, that was loud. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. She says ciao as well. And him.